3, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 3. I honestly should have this muted, or at least turned down. It's too loud. Hold on. Quiet or silent. Okay, cool. Well, we'll just deal with that. I'll have to talk over the mini metro. That's okay. Let me look at the volume there. Yeah, it looks like it's louder than usual. It looks like it's about as loud as me. Can I... No, I can't. Oh, what if I do this? Hold on. I know I'm, like, not lollygagging, but... Sounds volume mixer. If I turn it down to the mixer... Oh, it works. Okay. We're gonna turn that down to 25%. That's all we need. That's all we need. Alright. Hello, comrades! And welcome to another episode of Under Construction, or the Tolbrynd Peninsula Project. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. You all know the deal. I'm in a house coat. That's the way things are. I need to send the links places because I'm so in shambles right now. There were too many things going on right before I started the show. And boy, that's some high energy to start this thing off. That is not normal for me. The Bob Ross of Trainz videos. Surely, this is a name that I have not given myself. Alright. We're gonna not screw this up like last time. Last time we played on 2x speed and absolutely screwed the daily challenge. Oh god, it's extreme. I've never done this. Okay. Alright. Okay. I need to actually think for once. And something's coming over there. So, you know what? I'm just going to do a standard triangle to start. I feel like that is a safe thing to do. Okay? And I also don't know if I've played on Melbourne before. But yeah, alright. Mini Metro pre-show. Let's... Because I can't remove stuff. Lines and trains are... Oh, trains are permanent too! Holy cow. Alright. I want to leave the opportunity to bring a second line across from here, so But there's something else coming there, and it's a circle, by the looks of it. Alright, we'll bring this over here. Maybe we'll make a loop line with the green. This, I actually have to think. I have to use my brain. I gotta use my noodle. Okay. That's dangerous. Let's see where the next one is going to be after this, before I start connecting to here. Maybe that's the way we play this. We play cautiously. Something's coming and it looks like another circle. Alright, we'll go there. Ooh, I'm anxious. I'm like, feeling it in my gut. I don't know why. Losing it at not Tetris has absolutely no stakes, but losing at Mini Metro is like, oh my god, take away my Foamer certification. This is a train game. How can I be bad at a train game? Last week was an embarrassment. Okay. Oh, there's something coming over there. Okay, alright, we will connect this to that then. And then I'm thinking this down here to there, although that's another circle, that's 3 circles in a row. That's not what I want. Oh, it's a triangle! Oh shoot, okay. I didn't know... Okay, so it doesn't actually show us... I've never played this mode before. It doesn't actually show us what the station is. I just assumed that because it was a dot, it was going to be a circle. Okay. A tram. Oh, okay, right. I feel like lines are going to be really useful here, because we're going to paint ourselves into corners. This line currently is beyond useless. Okay, and we're going to have our second thing across. Please tell me that's not going to be another circle. It probably is. Odds are. Although, honestly, it'd be better than a triangle. I'm waiting. Bated breath. Okay, it's a circle. But hi Evan, hi Gunda. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. I myself could never get the hang of Thursdays. What is, oh, I can, oh shoot, no, I can't, Some messages such as... Oh, never mind. Oh, that's always been like that. Okay, I clicked off the window. That's kind of a pain. Ooh, it's another square, though. It's another square. I thought I was going to use this line down here, but... part of me really wants to run something, like, through these two dots. Maybe I need to actually think. Maybe I need to not make my lines as long as possible immediately. Is that smart? Photo is the model chat. I got my PRR B6SB today. Cool. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. If I extend this through here, now this one has all three major things on it. The only problem is this. Oh, I should have connected that to there. That would have been smarter. That would have been smarter. We've got one bridge left. B6SB is in B6 an 060, yeah? I feel like I should remember that. I'm supposed to be the Pensa guy. Alright, oh, you're gonna carry stuff all the way through there. The Bourboness, as some would say. Me, I'm some. Or Bourbon for short. Oh, man. Do I do this? Do I spend our third bridge to connect in the middle here? I'll take line. Line's always the right answer. Or do I bring this down through here so that these guys have a... Alright, we'll do this. We're doing that. Is that smart? I don't know. Our lines are starting to look like circles on circles on circles. Maybe I should have got a carriage for this guy. I want to extend this to here. I don't know what the strats are. This is a problem. I don't know what the strats are. I don't know what the best way to play extreme mode is. I mean, shame on me, right? Not being able to play extreme mode. Okay, we'll send you over there. That might not be the wisest choice. Okay, and this has got to be an extension of this, right? It's got to be. This we're either going to need to put another carriage on or something because the frequency is just not high enough to deal with this area down here. We could add our cyan line along this, but I don't know if interlining is good on extreme when you can't remove them when you need the flexibility later. I can't pull in the middle either, so no, that's not something that we want to do, I think. I think that would be unwise. The station's already going to overflow. We are so cooked. As the kids say, chat, we are so cooked. Ooh! Now I really want another bridge to bring this guy down into there. I should have run this from here. Although, that would have been awkward. I would have ended up doing this very differently if I had. We are surviving, though. We're doing okay. Last time we played on 2x speed, and it was a very, very short run. Okay. New locomotive. You know what? I'm going to pick the carriage because we haven't used that other line yet. And I feel like we could use the carriage on the purple line. Please be something other than a circle. If it's another special station, that's a full-on monkey's paw. Okay, alright, another circle. Ah, another circle. I guess I'll just run you up there because... Yeah, why not? And you're actually going to need this carriage now. The problem with circles in extreme mode is once you close them, that line is done. I wonder, right? If I were to close this... Oh, shoot. No, I didn't mean to... Oh, well, we're stuck with the circle now. We've got a green circle in the middle of the railroad. That's it, folks. That is as good as it gets from us. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to see if it would... it just sticks. It sticks. It doesn't give you the chance to think. Son of a gun. What am I going to do with you? That's what we're going to do with you. I guess. I don't know. If we can get another bridge... That is a bridge, right? Yeah, it's a bridge on this map. I appreciate the little map-by-map flair in this game. And I think we're going to do a lot of talking about train games today, because I've been playing Railroad again, and I know it's not strictly a train game, but I played Create for the first time this week. Which, wow. I've got some thoughts about it. But the baseline is, it's really good. Really cool. Okay, what am I going to do with that? I think this. That makes sense to me. I still think we're going to need to increase frequency on this. I still think I wish there was like a triangle over here, or something that we could connect this and this to. Okay, we get another tram. Another line or 2 bridges. I'm actually going to take the bridges. I think the bridges are the way to go here. Gunda, what brand is your new B6B? Like Minecraft Creator, am I unaware of some game? No, Minecraft Create. The Minecraft Create mod. I should have been more specific. That's a really sucky spot for that to spawn. Yeah, the Minecraft Create mod. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to complain about that. I'll take that. It is the first time I've touched it, which is incredible because I was kind of excited about it when it came out. I was actually kind of hyped. I was like, oh my god, look at these trailers for this mod. It's super cool. It's like the progeny of I don't know if I used that word right. The progeny of Industrial Craft and Buildcraft and like all the mods that were my childhood, all the things that I cared about the most. It is really, really cool. As someone coming from Industrial Craft and Buildcraft, I have a lot of thoughts. All right, we're going to go down here, and then we're going to go down here. I have a lot of thoughts, and frankly, a lot of things that could be classified as complaints. But really aren't. They are just, this mod is different than what I'm used to, and wah. Okay, this is, whatever this is probably going to be this, down into here. Also, I know that we haven't touched that yet. I'm honestly kind of afraid to. I think we're just going to have to do this. Oh, it's the football stadium. All right, yep, bring that down into there. Yeah, sure, whatever. Go up there. We'll have our reverse move there. That's not great. But I'm going to try to couch my thoughts about the Create mod in, how do I put this? I don't want to say I'm complaining. I'm not complaining, I'm actually having a great time. It is, I want to express my feelings about the differences between, holy crap, that station is full. Oh shoot. Can I just, we're just emergency train, send it in. The differences between, sorry, back to the calming music. The differences between this mod, which is from a completely different paradigm of Minecraft modding, and what I grew up with, and what I'm used to, and what I sort of expect out of a tech mod. And how Create, to be honest, is very different from the tech mods that I'm familiar with. It's a very different breed of mod, different breed of Minecraft mod, different breed of Minecraft tech mod, even. Alright, let's see. I want you to go up here, then I want you to go here, and then here, because that's looking pretty busy. So, I mean, maybe I'll save it for the main part of the show, but we're doing pretty well here. We are doing pretty well here. I'm getting in the railroad building mindset. I'm getting, you know, namaste or whatever. I even tried to tease people with this. I said, oh, mini Metro pre-show. I don't know if it's just the two of you. You've got first and second on the leaderboard. Not that anyone should care about the leaderboard. I turned on the, like, other kind of channel monetization. I don't know what it looks like on your end. I've never interacted with it on YouTube, and I've never even, you know, the blue line is crazy. They're both blue lines are crazy. Good evening from Orion. Good evening, Orion. The world of arguing to find an idea of what to do tonight. Oh, that's a big mood. Okay, alright. Okay, top of the world. Top of the world. I want to connect this line and this line right there. This one is already doing a lot, but... I forget what the heck I was saying. Oh yeah, no, I turned on the other channel monetization. I don't think it's going to impact very much. I don't expect people to interact with it. But YouTube has been yelling at me about it for a while, saying, oh, you can do it. You've got new monetization options. You should turn them on. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it. I had an expensive month. I'll do it. Okay, how are we going to get something to that without making 3 circles in a row? Oh, I don't like... Oh, you're in trouble. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Good. I don't want to do 3 circles in a row, so I guess I will extend you to there. And that's another circle. What's clicking? Okay, we're good. Oh no, it's you! Add to you? Oh, that's not good. See ya. Add to you? This is in a really sucky spot. Oh god. Where do they want to go? Where do those want to go? Oh, it's still full. There are diamonds in the sky. So we're gonna have to have a crossover there. This is bad. We really need it to be Sunday again. Oh, the world of arguing to find an idea of what to do is sort of like... That's the thing that almost ended my relationship on the honeymoon. Not really, but it's what it felt like sometimes. It was a... We are in New York City. We are in one of the greatest cities in the world. There's every kind of food imaginable here, and we cannot decide what we want to eat. And every night ended with wandering around, going, well, we could go here, or we could go here, or we could go here. What are you in the mood for? I don't know. What are you in the mood for? I don't know. And it's just like, we do that until we're at each other's throats, and we stumble into a restaurant, and then have an outstanding meal. And then everything is right with the world. I do miss the city a little bit. If for no other reason other than that, I love wandering around downtowns because, oh man, having all restaurants at your fingertips, wonderful. Paying for them, not wonderful. In fact, very not great. All right, I'm gonna let the what would you call this color? I mean, it's like a green. It's not really a green, but it's kind of a green. Maybe you'd call it like a green, a blue-green. Okay. If Redding's not here, he's gonna be. Okay, come on. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Come on. Seafoam green. It is sort of like a seafoam green a little bit. It's nicer than it's not as gaudy as the New York Central one. Yeah. It's seafoam green, but if seafoam green was nice. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. This line is kind of suffering. This line is really suffering. I really need another train. This line is barely hanging on. Barely hanging on. Oh god, I don't know what to do with this. I guess... Do we just extend this to over there, or do we extend something else? It's not crazy yet. Oh god, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. That's just a regular circle. Let's just extend the blue line, the light blue. These want to go to a square. There's no square on this line. That's not good. No! No! Oh, we're so hosed. That was my ticket out of this mess. Go over there. You go over there. That's bad. We don't have more bridges. I got the other thing instead of the bridges. Trying to decide on whether I want to play Railroad or Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, Minecraft, SnowRunner, Space Marine 2, or Burnout Paradise City. Holy cow. Burnout Paradise City, is that an old one? I know Burnout Paradise was, right? Did they make a new Burnout and it's called Paradise City? I feel like I'm out of the loop on that. I'm gonna take the bridges this time. I don't know if that's wise, but I'm taking the bridges. Yup. We've taken the bridges. Oh god. Oh god. Let's just extend this to here. That's a terrible idea. Why did I do that? In your position, out of those options, it would be down to Railroader or Minecraft. Although, I've never played Red Dead, and I was watching a video on the Uncharted series today, something which I have also never played, because I didn't have a PlayStation 3. And oh, we're done. That's it. We're done. We're done. Game over. You don't recall another Burnout? I had Burnout Revenge. I mean, Burnout was a series. That's not the chart that I want. Menu. That lasted a while. Oh, we did pretty well. We're in the top 20%. Cool. We got something to show for it. We got something to show for it. How about that? Anyway, I've been more interested in playing story-driven games. All right, now time for the main show. For the people that were trying to avoid that. All right, live Rabbling stream live now. Now I actually have to shift gears with my brain, I guess, and do the railroad building thing. All right, let's go back over here. I'll save the boring stuff for the end of the show if we get there. We will build another car spawner. But I was tempted to do a Minecraft stream. I was tempted to do a railroad stream. I was tempted to just, like, stream whatever. Which is crazy, because I've been so busy, I haven't even had time to think. Yeah, I just have been so sort of out of sorts with myself that I don't know. I haven't had time to think about much of anything, and then there I am sitting there like, I should stream something. It's like, you don't have time for that. Go, like, clean something. House is a mess. That's the first thing that falls by the wayside, of course. Okay, what fences did we use for... Okay, we used our generic tall wooden fence, which I think we're just going to keep using. Either that, or I'm just going to leave this open. I mean, what did we do for the other set of blocks over here? Not you. You. Oh, we literally did this. We just put a fence down the middle of it. So no fences between yards. That's interesting. Should we do that again? Saved us a lot of time. At the very least, we have to put a fence down the middle here. There we go. But yeah, create mod. What an interesting mod. What a great mod, honestly. Like, and I want to start with that. Like I said, I want to start with the fact that my opinion of this mod is positive. I've been having an amazing time with it. It is a totally new experience to me. We have Steam and Rails, and we also have Create Aeronautics, which Create Aeronautics is the reason that I'm here, the reason that I'm doing this. It is, without it, I probably would have never touched it because I had my Railroad fix with Rails of War, rest in peace, although I guess it's still being developed. And with, well, Traincraft is out there, although I haven't messed with Traincraft in a very long time. Immersive railroading is out there, although I haven't messed with immersive railroading in a very long time. Um, the Railcraft mods, or well, I guess that's just one mod. I don't know. I thought there were some supporting mods with it. I can't remember for certain. Also sort of scratches the train itch, although it's more of an automation mod than a train mod. You know, I've for a long time had qualms about train mods in Minecraft. Nothing has really lived up to Rails of War for me, and you know, and the reason is, as I've said, Rails of War felt like Minecraft trains. It was the right art style. It was accurately sized, but nothing about it seemed gimmicky. I don't know why. I don't know why immersive Rails has always seemed gimmicky to me. I think it might be because everyone figured out how to add stuff to it, and so you had all sorts of random weird things that you can import. And the art styles did not always match up. But I really never messed with it, so I can't say for certain. We're running NeoForge 1.21.1, I think. I'm not the one who actually set up the mod pack. Credit for that goes to Dean. I'm just running the server. Which it's hopefully still running. But you know, we can look at all the different railroad mods, but honestly, the same complaints that I have about other railroad mods in that they don't feel authentic, I feel the same way about Create. And it's not because of any particular thing, I guess. It just doesn't scratch the itch. It seems... It doesn't feel like railroading. I think that's a weird thing to say. Nothing about it strikes me as railroading. The Create, Steam, and Rails. The boilers are decorative. They can't explode, so what is the point? And you can't even blow up the regular Create boilers either. What the heck? In Railcraft, there were consequences to making mistakes. In Industrial Craft, there were consequences to making mistakes. This is the crux of all of my comparisons. Create is very careful with the player. I mean, it's great in that it's great because it tells you everything you need to know. It's great because it doesn't kill you for no reason. It's great because it doesn't randomly blow up on you when you don't know everything there is to know. It's great for all of these reasons. These are good things, genuinely. They make a mod better, or at least more appealing to use. You know, anyone who knows me knows that I like my games kind of unforgiving. But I am smart enough to know that I don't map my, my preferences perfectly onto everybody else. They don't map onto everybody else. They don't map onto a lot of people, as a matter of fact. I am currently in a discussion about a Railroader mod pack, and my expertise, Redding, you missed me making a brain joke. My expertise, due to largest railroader possible, is sort of coming in, and I'm saying, oh, these mods are good, these mods work well together, these mods, you need to grab this version and this version. If you do this, this mod will do this. Like, I am useful because I have made this masochistic largest railroader possible, and forced a bunch of people to play it with me. Well, forced is a strong word for some. Um, some people just they got the bug and they just can't quit. Um, you know who you are. But I appreciate you. But I know that me saying, "Oh, do this, 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 and this," and it makes an experience that is immersive and unforgiving and dynamic, and it will challenge you. That's not what everybody wants from their games. It's not what everybody wants from Railroader. Certainly, for Railroader, a lot of people is like a okay, I'll sit down and I'll shunt these cars around uh kind of experience. It's not stressful. Um, and honestly, largest railroader possible isn't really stressful either. There's just a lot of it. Um, it's a lot of decision making, but just like base railroader, there are not too many ways to get yourself in a situation where you are soft locked, where you have failed. It's just okay. Well, this is going to be difficult. This is going to test my mettle and my determination. But really, it's not like there are no quick time events in Railroader, no matter what you do with it. So it is a test of some skills, but not a test of skill in the way that some people expect video games to be in general. Um, but I know that my preferences with mods and with games, so I'll just extend this to both, don't map onto other people's perfectly. A lot of the time, they really don't map at all. Um, so when I started messing with Create, a few things jumped out to me. And to lay down the baseline, the things that I'm familiar with are Railcraft, Industrialcraft, Buildcraft, um, Project Red or Red Power or whatever you want to call it, that existence of mods. Um, 6 hotboxes simultaneously. Well, there is that. But shoot, I'm thinking. I had a place. But those mods were oftentimes unforgiving. You mess up your nuclear reactor in Industrial Craft and you're gonna have a really bad day. You wire your base wrong in Industrial Craft and your machines are puffs of smoke. You can be electrocuted. You can, get stuff really messed up. You can drop a whole bunch of stuff all over the ground if you get your Buildcraft pipes set up wrong, and suddenly all the output from your quarry is 1,000 items sitting next to the chest it was supposed to be in. You let a Railcraft boiler run out of water and it will explode. Which based, obviously, but not everyone wants to deal with that. And I get it. When one of the things with Coggers is, which for those who don't know, Coggers is the mod pack that I made for 1.12 Minecraft, which embodies everything I like about Minecraft. The combat is, well, it's about the same, but you've got more options. You've got like mini bosses, you've got deep dungeons, you've got ores which are difficult to find, and when you find them, you find an outrageous amount. So you've got to set up a shop there and start digging away, and then transport the stuff back to your base somehow. It's everything I could want in Minecraft, except for a couple of mods that aren't on that version. I really wish that Millionaire worked, because every time I throw Millionaire into that pack, really weird and bad things happen. The people start duplicating over and over and over again. I love Millionaire though. They're working on it for 1.21 gigawatts, and I couldn't be happier. And I kind of want to throw it in this mod pack that we're doing. But Create has none of that. Create, you cannot blow up the boilers. Create, you cannot, like, as far as I can tell, you can't get caught in the gears. You can't irreparably break your stuff. Um, you know, you can't, you crash your airship into the ground, it just sort of goes thunk and bounces. I haven't even taken fall damage from crashing an airship, which honestly is something I was terrified of. Um, and like, sure, if you run a hand crank for 10 minutes by yourself, you're gonna run out of food and you're gonna need to eat. But that's the worst thing that's happened to me so far. And honestly, it's kind of incredible. It is a mod that is almost the opposite of what I have become accustomed to in Minecraft, in terms of modded Minecraft. It doesn't have like crazy progression. You're not going to be a world beater at the end, but also you don't really need to do much to set up whatever you want. You don't need to go through, oh, you do this, and then you do this, and then you make this, and then you craft this, and then you gotta go find this ore and this item, and then you put them together, and you make this, which you can use to make this frame for this machine, and then you can make the thing that you want, or at least move towards it. It's nothing like that. It is make andesite, put it together with, stuff, but mostly iron, and there you go. You can pretty much make whatever you want now. The materials that you need are not crazy rare. The most difficult thing that we've made so far is an internal combustion engine, and Dean whipped 2 of them out in the first, week of the server, seemingly without breaking a sweat. He had one. I asked him for a second one. He was like, yeah, sure. And then he went and he made one. And it took him like 10 minutes. This thing that honestly looked daunting compared to a lot of the rest of Create, is not really that daunting. The first time gave you a helmet. Yeah, and there is failure. There are situations where you cannot get the thing that you want, but it's hardly a hardly a devastating setback. I'm sure your luck backpack helped, yes. I think it would be funnier if I pretend that your luck backpack literally does not do anything and you're crazy. It's your lucky backpack, you're just gonna hang on to it forever. Okay. Yeah, I have a lucky stuffed animal. I got it when I was 5. It helped me not crash my car one time. But no, seriously. Like, getting power to do stuff in Create is frankly trivial. You shear some sheep. Yeah. You shear some sheep. You throw some andesite and some wood down. You shave down some wood blocks and you right click on them with some andesite or ingot thing, and you throw that stuff into a crafting bench, and boom, you've got unlimited power. Like, literally unlimited power. And it takes stuff that you can find in, like, 5 minutes of spawning in a world you can have. If you're doing the MLG Create speedrun, you're going to have a great time. Because Create really doesn't seem to be about quality, per se. And it's not me, I don't mean the mod isn't quality. The mod is honestly some of the most polished software I have seen in Minecraft. No, the mod is about quantity. If you want to build an automated process, go do it. Here are the tools. You can get them as easily as you can make a suit of iron armor. And, to that end, I think the mod is fantastic, and it's not just fantastic, it is more Minecrafty than any other tech mod I've touched. And I say I'm trying to get that across with the proper gravitas because that is the thing that I've always been hung up on with the railroad mods, with the train mods. They didn't feel Minecrafty. Rails of War was the only one that felt like it belonged. And now there is a tech mod that feels like it belongs. That, especially if you were to take out like the fidelity of the tutorials, which are amazing, don't get me wrong. They are amazing. They're awesome. I'm so glad they're in this mod pack. But if you were to take those out, what you'd be left with was a set of components that would feel sort of like vanilla Minecraft felt when I played it for the first time. This world is before you. Although, to be fair, I played vanilla Minecraft a very long time ago, where most of the systems that are most of the systems that have any depth at all are were not a twinkle in Jeb's eye. But bear with me. It is, hey, here's the world before you. It doesn't, feel materially different. There's a new ore, right? But, that's not too weird. We've got new ores at the wazoo these days. Well, really, we just have copper all over the place, but what are you going to do? I'm not complaining either. I like the abundance of copper. I love building stuff with copper. So sue me. I'm glad there's a lot of it. But, you have a mod. You finally have a mod that is a tech mod that doesn't add this huge progressing tree of things. It adds a whole bunch of stuff that you can build cheaply and, like, do what you want with. It doesn't make you overpowered. It doesn't feel like, oh, in order to, like, stay on the level with the other players on the server, I gotta get to know create. I'm gonna have to get to know create. Otherwise, I'm gonna be way behind the curve, and people are gonna be, like, dunking on me, like, flying around, and invulnerable to mobs, and this, that, and the other thing. Something that happens with a lot of other mods. With Create, I don't think it happens. I don't think it's there. I think that it is, you can go and find somebody who has a big factory, but it really doesn't feel different than somebody who has, well, something that you could do in vanilla Minecraft. An iron farm, a villager farm, breeder, a gold farm, ender pearl farm, all this stuff that already exists. It feels like a kind of extension of the abilities of you, the player. In a way that I haven't seen before. And that's, again, that's significant to me. That means a lot. So, and that's why I've come around a little bit. It is still nothing like the tech mods I grew up with. It is still very, very kind to the player. But that's where it wins. That's where it feels like it belongs in Minecraft. It doesn't feel like it belongs in the same way that Rails of War felt like it belonged. But it feels like it belongs in, well, it does in that way too, the art style, etc. But in the progression and difficulty, like, it works. It works for what it is. It works for Minecraft. So honestly, like, I'm not going to give it a X out of 10, but really well done. Create developers. Or developer. I don't know how many people are making that mod. I had a feeling it was your lawn, Mossy. And I will say, I've never felt as excited in Minecraft as I did when I took off in the airship for the first time. you know, and thank you to Dean if you're out there for cranking it with me to get that thing across the sky. And of course, thank you for the engine. I owe you something. I don't know what. Name your price, I guess. But you know, I I really enjoy this mod. I think it is very, very well done. Um, and I think that it is the kind of tech mod that this era of Minecraft needs. It has risen to the occasion of the modern era of Minecraft, of an era where it is unashamedly the most popular game in the world. Uh, and you can get Jack Black and Jason Momoa to get a movie with the most catastrophic script I've ever seen in my life and propel it through the box office like a man sandwich strapped to an elytra, you know? Um, it's it's not an accident that Minecraft is everywhere, and it's not an accident that the most popular tech mod of this era is one which is very forgiving, which holds your hand, which makes you feel like you're progressing without having to go and, like, you know, find all the different ores and go on the wiki and go on the Reddit posts and find out what this thing is supposed to do and what it's actually doing because it doesn't quite work right. And, you know, like, everything has a tooltip, like a really detailed, really useful tooltip. Uh, and it has built-in tutorials. I said that already, but I just can't emphasize enough how stand out that is, because when have we seen that before, really? um I mean, maybe other people have, because I've been out of the loop in Minecraft modding for a long time, but uh this new era of modding is one of unparalleled player quality of life, and that's what this is doing. That's what create is at its core. It is unparalleled quality of life in a tech mod. Uh, so yeah, there's my treatise on create, I guess. I don't know if I have more to say about that later. I don't know if I'll have more to say about that later, but that's what I have to say about it right now. Absolute cinema. It's a really good mod. It's really good. Um, and I got to play with the new Pam's Harvest Craft, which is interesting. Not really how I expected Pam's Harvest Craft to be, uh, but it is different. I mean, there are other modules. We don't have like the whole suite of Pam's mods installed. We don't have all the other crops. We don't have all the other trees. We don't have all the other, um, you know, uh, uh, like extra faff. Um, but we do still have uh, all of the different recipes, which all use vanilla ingredients, which is crazy awesome. Um, I guess there's enough stuff now in the vanilla game that you can get away with that. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I'm liking this mod set. Thank you again, Dean, for putting it together, and I'm going to continue bugging you occasionally about stuff to put in it, because as time goes by, I think we can expand the scope of the pack until, you know, either everyone's done with it or the server computer has a conniption and explodes. Whichever comes first. Uh, anyway, I'm going to take a moment to drop. You know what? I'll do that at the end of the show. I'll do that at the end of the show. Somebody remind me that I was going to do a thing. I have a link to a thing. It's for a friend. Okay. I guess I'll just connect these two. PC crashed and missed the last 5 minutes. That's okay. It was me droning about create. Um, anyway, I think we've got all the fences we need for this block. We can paint it. Also, we can paint that one. But, you know, I like mods that are unforgiving. I like mods that give you the chance to try and fail and try again. Uh, I think it lets me spend more time with them. It lets me learn. It gives me the shot of dopamine when I've done something correctly after I've done it wrong, and it gives me that kick in the teeth. The like, oh, I can't believe I did that when I accidentally connect high voltage to my machine shop and blow up the building. Um, and sure, yeah, I mean, I get frustrated just like any other human being, but uh, there's something to that for me. Um, it's why I like Noita so much. I adore Noita. Noita is my favorite roguelike. Uh, and that's a tough challenge to beat out faster than light for the top spot, which has been my top roguelike for a long time. Not that I have a huge repertoire therein, because I tend to stick on games for a long time. I like games that challenge me and keep me around. Um, you know, is Minecraft considered a roguelike if I'm playing on a hardcore? Is Coggers considered a roguelike if I have my respawning set up to throw me 100,000 blocks away from where I last died every time I die? Um, I find create daunting, especially since I don't like mining in Minecraft with all the very sudden drops. I 100% understand where you're coming from there. The new caves can be a real well, daunting is the right word. Um, they're a real bear. They can be a challenge. They can be a challenge to fill out and light up. They can be a challenge to navigate through. Uh, I Some of you probably know where I'm going with this. I really love the new caves. I really love the new caves. I get it though. I understand why they're not everybody's favorite. People are used to, people were used to the way Minecraft caves were for a long time. They were still sometimes challenging, still sometimes difficult and dangerous, but fairly simple, fairly enclosed. It was rare that you would have a tremendous drop underneath your feet. It's rare that you would have a um, an area encompassing, an area that can be measured in acres, fully shrouded in darkness. Um, but there's caves for you. My standing goal in the create server that we have is I want to fly an airship inside of a cave, and I think I have the airship, and I might know the cave. Um, as much as the existing model of airship that Dean and I have built, the BRN Zephyr, is problematic in a multitude of ways. It is slow as sin. Um, it consumes probably too much fuel. It is difficult to control. Uh, Maybe I'll just get the hang of some of that, but still. Uh, and it's honestly kind of heavy for what it is. I I think I think we're gonna need to keep adjusting it, but also we're gonna need to build a bigger ship. But also this little one, which is sort of what I was getting at, is I think a good example of a small airship that can carry one person and just putter you along, get you around to the place that you want to go. Uh, and that's how I'm gonna use it. I mean, sure, I probably should set up some kind of production line, or maybe I should leave that to other people, um, for the various components. But I want to, at some point, build a larger airship. That is the goal. That is the second goal. I have a cave that goes from 15 blocks under my house all the way down to bedrock. Nice. Um, I don't know how difficult it is to find a place without too many caves. in modern Minecraft. I feel like if they're there, they're all over the place, and if they're not there, you won't even know. But the nice part is, with so much down, with so much area, so much space down there, you could, you could run into an area without too many caves. Probably with some degree of difficulty, but not with none. Or, not with an absurd degree of difficulty. Just keep poking around, digging shafts, and yeah, you'll run into caves every once in a while, but you'll probably find an area where there aren't too many before too long. It might mean picking up and moving somewhere else, though, not just being wherever you spawned. Looking for an area without a lot of cave entrances on the surface, or at least without a gigantic cave entrance on the surface, something which there is no shortage of. A good tell, because I believe ravines still generate completely independently of caves. A good tell would be if you look down into a ravine and you don't see any cave openings at all. That might be a good place to start. Alright, so we got these up here. That's my unsolicited Minecraft advice for the day. My other unsolicited Minecraft advice is, of course, go back to 1.12 and play the old mods that hate you. If you're into that. Okay. It is 8:14. Let's see. We worked on these 2 blocks here. 34 kilometers from spawn. Wow. Well, let me amend my statement then and say, not necessarily far from your spawn, but just far from where you are. And I'm not talking to you specifically. This is the royal you. Because I'm not going to go tell a person, oh, you want less caves? Uproot. Go somewhere else. You're playing Minecraft wrong. Go do it this way. No. This has been a whole... I feel like this entire speech has been about how there are different strokes for different folks, and the modern era demands... Or not demands, but the modern era calls for what Create is bringing, and not what Industrial Craft and Buildcraft and Railcraft brought previously. Even Equivalent Exchange. Equivalent Exchange was a weird mod because Equivalent Exchange was always kind of broken. Not broken as in like, the code doesn't work right, broken. But, just like impossible to balance. It is, I don't know how many people remember Equivalent Exchange, but it was a mod where you could make solar collectors and just throw them down, and then they would just make stuff for you. Just like infinite cobblestone. Yeah, here you go. Infinite diamonds. Here you go. Infinite rails. Here you go. Just like any item. You could, if it had a value, you could build one of these things. Sorry, it's stretch time. And well, you could just get whatever you wanted, as long as you got one of that thing. It was frankly impossible to balance. Really neat concept, honestly. And in the 3rd version of the mod, I think it was, they removed a lot of the super gimmicky stuff, and they found a way, and what was left was actually like engaging and interesting and kind of fun. I like that. I think it was solid. Equivalent Exchange 3 was in my mod packs for a while. And actually, I wonder if I could get it back. I wonder if I should put, hold on. Equivalent Exchange Minecraft. Minecraft mods. This is Equivalent Exchange for 1.20. Oh wow, fascinating. So it is updated. It was Project E was the rewrite, and I think it was the early versions of Project E that didn't have all of the stuff. Were the ones that I enjoyed the most. It was like, oh, everything has an EMC value, and you have a Philosopher's Stone, and you can transmute one thing to another. Go for it. Go for it. Um, I don't know what to do with this. I mean, I sort of know what to do with this area, but this area I've got to like grid out, right? And I should look at some city blocks in maybe Central Falls or North Providence or stuff like that. Um, oh, there is a version for 1.21. Shoot. Um, huh. That's fascinating. I don't even know what's in this mod anymore. Gallery. There are no gallery images. It has 75.5 million downloads. That's crazy. Okay, let me pull up maps and measure a suburban block. I guess again, I've done this before. Let's do it again. Does it have a fabric port? I don't know. I don't know how to set. I don't know how to tell. I haven't worked with fabric before. Look it up. Project E. Just Google it. I guess it showed up. Minecraft Project E. All right. Let's look. Yeah. So I'm thinking, and I'm going to share my screen for this one. I'm thinking we're looking at areas like this. Charles neighborhood. Right? Is that this whole area? No, it goes up to about there. If this is our Charles Street, then our streets are however far this is apart. That's still less than 300 feet. And this is our Rhode Island style single family housing stock mashed together. It doesn't get less dense than this. Look at it. Look at that. Look how close these houses are. This is what I grew up with. This is what I'm used to. And this is what I'm aiming for, to be honest. Because then it just sort of ends, right? These houses, they get slightly further apart as you get out here, and then it's the woods. Then you're at the end, the edge of town. You know, and we can see stuff like this, but even then, these are close together. Look at this. That's still less than 300 feet apart. My blocks have been so big to this point. You know, and this is my neighborhood. Just gonna continue doxing myself, I guess. This is sort of my neighborhood. Same thing, just a little bit narrower. And if we go, let's go to the suburbs of Boston. These are a little bit further apart, but they're still, the houses are right up next to one another. I mean, this is Jamaica. I mean, that's decent. Yeah, it's a really nice area. Somebody has a tanning place in their house. Okay. Get that bag, I guess. And yeah, as we get out further from town, it's just like, oh, neighborhoods, neighborhoods, neighborhoods. Boom, woods. And that's what we're gonna have to do over here. We just need to figure out how much of the neighborhoods we need before we boom woods. Welcome back, Reddit. With a broomstick and touch your neighbor's house. Nice. Yeah, I'm letting the generational charmer win. Don't mean to be that guy, but I'm certain you've loaded up Google Maps before and it showed your exact location. Oh, it absolutely has. Here's a fun thing. If you order trading cards from me, you just get a sticker with my address on it because return addresses be like that. There's not really too many ways around that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm wondering if we do perpendicular from here and perpendicular from here, and then just leave the middle a weird shape. You know? 300 feet is too wide for these. We're going to have to do this again. We're going to do this from scratch. These are how far apart? 350 feet. That's way too big. Way too big. All right. Let's rip the copper wiring out of the walls as we are wont to do and go from scratch. we can get a feel for the size and the shape going on over here. Also, this one is probably going to be a weirdly shaped block because I didn't measure this at all. It's just here. I also probably should finish this bridge someday. Okay, so let's grab this. Maybe I should just stop calling out the fact that you get to see where my house is. The real question is, who on earth could I have pissed off where they would want to come here and like throw a brick through my window? Seriously. I'd like to think I'm a pretty chill guy. Can you have a block or two that's completely burnt to the ground? You know, that's not a terrible idea. Do I do that? Do I do that? I mean, mill fires are not an uncommon thing. If we were to have like you know, like this section here just be like a giant scorch mark, that really wouldn't be super out of character. The problem is I don't think we have burned buildings. Oh, we've got one. We've got burnt trees. This building has more interior than most buildings, and it's supposed to be burned down. I guess because this actually has windows you can look through. We have derelict buildings, but I'm not sure if we have specifically burned buildings. Well, we can definitely put this somewhere, though. Definitely. Okay. Something else we're going to do at the end of this video is we are, well, there's a few things. There's a few things to knock out here. I want to do one more car spawner. I want to download more stuff off that big list that we were looking at before, although it's the DES list, I think, or is it the SAP list? I think it's, somebody remember from last time, I think it's the SAP list. And then I have a thing that I want to talk about at the end. So car spawner, downloads, talk about thing, SAP list, thank you. I think I just need to start scooting these over by 275 feet, which is about the distance. Oh, hi, Bankman. About the distance that we're working with here. Let's build some rulers. We have a city to burn. Matt, I saw a loose brick the other day, and Gloria had to tell me not to get it for you. I don't remember where I was, but I was like, oh, look at that. It's a brick. I know somebody would appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, just like an area that is rubble is what I was thinking of. Is it might be the only way that we could feasibly do it. If I find more burned down stuff, then okay, game on a little bit. But that's a pretty big if. I don't know how many people are out there making burned down assets. All right, let's put that on the ground. Okay. Back to this. Because one of the things that I might like to include in the burn down zone is that car barn for the interurban that is no longer there. I mean, you could pretty easily follow the thread of, hey, there was an interurban, hey, the interurban closed down and left behind this this derelict physical plant, hey, it caught fire and burned down a chunk of the town. So maybe we leave this in the middle of an area. I'm seeing more and more people on my friends play Bumpy Ride. And I wish I had the money to buy Bumpy Ride right now. I would probably play it. But I also have plenty of other things to play. I don't need it. I don't need Bumpy Ride. It would be cool, though. It looks really cool. I watched Heiss's new video on it, because of course I did. And God, that game is so cute. But also, it seems like it's reasonably engaging, too. Like, the game systems are thought through. And if anyone has been listening to me for the last hour and a half, you know I really appreciate that. So, that's funny. The cat just used his other litter box. I just heard him kick stuff onto the ground. Figment's been kind of poopy, so we got him a second litter box for when the first one is, for when he can't get to the first one. Because he always gets really spooked about being in the bathroom, and I don't know why. Maybe he just doesn't like it being there. All right. So burn, it says over here. Hopefully, I will remember what that means. If not, some of you will surely. If not, surely you will. And somebody says, I will, and don't call me Shirley. Yeah, I'm going to think, oh, I'm supposed to put a nuclear power plant here, because that's how my brain works. All right, I'm going to keep measuring 250-foot increments down the road here. The other thing with these blocks that we were looking at, I don't know if you guys noticed, but some of them are very long. I mean, this is... Bye. This is 1,000 feet long. I don't know how that stacks up to the other stuff we've been building, but it seems pretty substantial. 275. There. Okay. Keep going. Another more deer. Bring all the deer. All the deer. Another 275 until we hit that road, and that's maybe just going to be the edge of town. Maybe I'll do one more set of blocks beyond it. Or maybe I will rotate the blocks 90 degrees. Something which I've been doing a lot in Create. Rotate the blocks 90 degrees and have them come out this way like 1,000 feet, and then that's going to be it. That'll be our edge of town. And that's a lot of town, but if we can get a few of these blocks down like standard size or whatever, we can make them take less time. All right, let's see. We'll keep this up for an hour, and then we will go do our other thing. Although, yeah, because half an hour to do that is probably fine, and then whatever time we have left over will be spent to downloading things. The great American pastime of buying things. All right, this block is a little stubby. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have the depth for that. I'll put some commercial stuff on this. Excuse me. Or really what I could do is I could not worry about any of that. Make this block half burn down. And then, sort of pretend like it doesn't really matter where the houses were there, because they're all gone now. Okay. Burn. It says burn. I don't remember what this meant. Still don't remember what it meant. Okay, what's next? What is next? Let me think. I'm thinking. Well, we need to put the roads in here. Did the cat just use one litter box and then go use the other litter box? That's kind of funny. He's spreading his poops out. Okay. I also... Oh, shoot. That was weird. This is 230 degrees. What's 90 degrees off of 230? Or 270 off of 230? That'd be 40, right? Or 90 off of 230 is 320. So right about there. Bankman, I can hear you tracking litter in here, buddy. Gross. Now the question is, do we want to keep like the Pleasant Valley Parkway vibe going on down here, maybe for a couple of blocks, and then we put in another cross street where that ends? Yeah, I could see that. I have a really stupid idea, which is, what if I just take this whole thing and flip it around? Let's do it. Why not? Let's see how that looks. Surveyor 2.0. Let's see if it'll even let me try to do this, because this is going to be a lot of marquee tool. I really wish I could rotate the marquee, though. Yeah, that's not very helpful. What I need is a lasso select. Yeah. It's fine if I don't grab everything. Oh, shoot, and I can't... No, I can't do it. I can't do multiple lasso selects. Wait. No, wait, that's bad. I can't manipulate the... Okay, well, that's kind of a bust. I guess we'll just have to select the things by hand. Let's just get all the buildings. Well, if we do the buildings and the driveways and the fences, that is literally everything. So, I just need to remember to keep holding shift, because if I don't do that, then we're going to miss something. Or then it's going to reset the whole selection. I just want to see if I can feasibly take this entire set of city blocks and rotate it around its axis, or well, copy it around its axis. Mirror it, really. No, you can't mirror. We're not mirroring. We're just copying. Rotating. I've come back to it. Get rotated. But anyhow, we do have this building. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this one off. This one is too iconic. And in fact, I might leave this one off too. I'll fill this spot with something else. Leave that. Leave this. Get rid of the trees. The ones that are more generic. In fact, I can get rid of that too. The ones that are more generic, we can copy those over. Okay. That goes there. This, nope. Come on. There we go. And that's just a house. Grab the fence. Okay, that's 2 blocks. Let's see how many blocks I can do before I screw up. That's the real question, right? Like, how many things can I click on before I accidentally click off of it and all of my progress is reset? We're back in Minecraft. I'm having to hold shift like my life depends on it. They don't ever try mapping your sneak key to caps lock, expecting that to work like a toggle. I don't know if it does now, but it sure didn't back then. I'm going to leave the Quonset hut behind. Okay. Let's keep going. In fact, I might... Well, no. I'm torn between rotating and just copying over. No, it should definitely be rotated so that... So that's not super obvious it's the same thing. And yeah, I'm going to leave some of this stuff behind. And we can even change out some things after we're done. Oh, I missed a whole block up there. Well, I have an idea. Hold on. Holding shift like my life depends on it. Once again. Let's just scoot you over this way. A little bit further. Rotate you 90 degrees. I don't know if that's 90 degrees or not. I can't tell. I don't really have a good way of telling. Maybe it's fine if it's not. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. So slide this over just a little bit, like right there. We got Pleasant Valley Parkway, more or less. This is maybe my only measurement for if we are close to getting it right, and it doesn't seem like we're getting it right. Like so? Something's got to be off here. That's the other problem, is we're dealing with Frank and Frank construction. Oh, I clicked off of it. Everything's where it is. Pencils down. That's, well, and we're done. All right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. I gotta break the gradient on all this stuff. I needed to be on the ground. I also am probably going to need to check that everything else is on the ground. Oh no. Okay. You know what? At least it's like rote tedium and not thinking tedium. It is not the kind of thing where I have to remember how to do a process and then like make decisions over and over again. I just need to click on all the yellow things. I see yellow things. I'm going to click on them. Then the fences will be at the right level. Mission accomplished. Bring out the aircraft carrier. Roll out the banner. All right. There. And also, I don't need to click on both ends of a spline. I just need to click on one, which that helps as well. Although I seem to be incapable of internalizing that because I've just been clicking on every single spline point, yellow or white. I know there's one under there. Come on. I know there's like one under here too. You know what? I can click the other end. There we go. Look at that. I just learned something. How about it? We can do things the easy way or the hard way. Well, you know me and my video gaming proclivities. Okay. So the next step is I copy two other blocks from somewhere and I put them over here. Right? Like we've done part of the work. And I look back at the stream and it's like one viewer. Nobody liked that. Everybody hated that. Let me unclick the stream so that it's at least the whole stream. Everyone hated me copy pasting a city block. People want to see me think. All right, there we go. We've got that. Really, I should have copied over. It says just one for me. I don't know what it says on your end. YouTube likes to lie to me. It straight up lies to me. It tells me everybody leaves and that I suck. Okay. Move that back to there. I see 3. Oh, that's more than I see. What's the problem? How come they can't get it right? Come on, YouTube. Figure yourself out. All right. Let's... Come on. Give me that too. Scoot these over here. We've got roads. There we go. Okay. Let's grab some houses from over here. If Matt is still here, I want to ask if he also has an obsession with the Project Hail Mary soundtrack like I do. Because I swear I have been listening to it every day since I saw the movie. I love it. It's so good. And it's dynamic, too. It's not a straightforward soundtrack with, you know, like, oh, okay, yeah, here's the motifs. Here are the instruments that we're playing with today. And that's what it's going to be. It is like every song is different, like noticeably different. And there are some motifs that come back around a little bit, but for the most part, it's just like every piece is special and unique and different and conveys a very particular message. Fits very well with the scene. And honestly, the score, I don't see people talking about it that much. I see people talking about the visuals. I see people talking about the emotional impact. I see people talking about a lot of things. But I don't see anybody talking about the score. And does that mean the score is underrated, I guess? I guess that's what you would say. That's what I would say, anyway. You know what? Let's go back into Surveyor 1 for this. Ooh, and I'm just getting, like, the hunger pangs. Okay. Will we make it to 10 o'clock? Remains to be seen. Maybe I go start banging out stuff. If we've only got 3 viewers right now, maybe I go start banging out stuff earlier. Or banging out the things that I want to get done now instead of later. Well, I can't start downloading things because the moment I start downloading things, that's the end of the episode. Trainz will not cooperate after that. But, a clear coffin remains to be seen. Very good. Nice job. Proud of you. That actually is kind of funny. I didn't see that coming. Also, I hope I didn't say anything specifically about it earlier. I acknowledge that you said it. I apologize for the airship on your lawn. I hope that it's okay. I will move it as soon as I can. I'm waiting for the tow truck. I just need a couple bucks for gas, actually. If you could give me a couple bucks for gas, that would be great. No. Oh, you just moved anyway. Okay. It'll become my third house. I will do an imperialism on it. And then I will live there. Hold on while we do the rain dance for the YouTube gods to get you 1 million viewers. I mean, I would love it if you know, we got more people. I always want more people. Not just to see line go up, but because it means new ideas and it means new members of the community and competitors in the games and contributors to the podcast. You know, I'm not here to see line go up. Like, I did, you know, like I said, I put the other monetization on for this channel, so like you guys could donate to me or whatever. But I didn't do it with a particular end in mind, and I'm not trying to gather up people so that they can put money into that money hole that leads to my house. What the heck is going on with this? Oh, park. Oh, park. Oh, shoot. We gotta use that. That's cool. Where do we want to make a park? Shoot. Where am I gonna put this? Shoot. I don't know where. Oh, over there. Over there. This is where we can still fit a building like this, because we're running out of places in the city where we could. Anyhow. Hey Mopac. Uh, anyhow, what I was saying was, like, I'm not here for number go up. I would love it if more people would embrace like this, would like enjoy my content, etc. Uh, but mostly because I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to build a game league. Uh, uh, gestures at the local games, right? I'm trying to build like people who want to experience the things that I have the things that I have made. Uh, Not just because I made them, but because I like seeing people have a good time. Um, I'm glad you think I'm doing well at building a community. I don't know if I agree, but I'm glad you think that, and I appreciate the sentiment. All right, what is this? What are you? This looks like a hospital. No, it's a Panera Bread. It's the world's largest Panera Bread. No, it's a 5/1 of some description. You feel rather communed here. Good, good. Well, if you've got friends and you think they would enjoy this kind of thing, do not hesitate to bring them along. Not just to the streams, but to everything. All right, housing subdivision. Can I get a longer one? No, I can get a wider one. I can spin this around. I mean, just these are shortcuts, right? Like this is easy mode. I can just throw down a couple of these, and we have our housing section. Look at that. It's gonna fit. Please tell me it fits. It doesn't quite fit, but it's close. It's close enough that I can get away with it. Yeah. Perfect. Um, okay. Sup, TJ? Okay. Now what? Um, why do you not agree that you're doing well at building a community? Let's unpack that. I don't think we need to do that right now. This is where I would put my therapist if I had one. I just saw a Transformer box and I liked it. Give me that. Transformer building. Okay. Transformer building. I should tuck this into the side here. Then we'll only have some certain things exposed. Yeah, I knew you'd be interested, Mossy. All right, there we go. And now it sticks out of the side of the building. Now that's what I call kit bashing. Um, does that make sense? No, not really. But it adds a little bit of flair to the building. And if we're doing that, then it doesn't really matter how, it doesn't really matter what the building is supposed to be for. All that matters is if it looks good, because you can let your imagination fill in the gap there. Can I add a roundabout spooey? No. No, because that is not a good idea on any level. If volumes were low enough that a roundabout would be acceptable in that situation, you wouldn't put a spooey there. It would just be a regular diamond interchange. That seems unwise. But if our company ever gets the opportunity to rebuild that intersection, to rebuild that spooey, I will mention, I heard one of the locals say that they wanted this to be a roundabout. They thought maybe we could do a roundabout, and then maybe I'll get a few hours in modeling that and showing how abysmal that would be. Oh, it's faced the right way. Yes. All right. Things are looking up. All right. This can plug into here. if I can get it to, although I'll probably want to go back into, there we go. Probably want to go back into Surveyor 1 to set the elevation on that. We didn't have tornadoes till they put in the traffic circles. Because when people go round and round in circles, it creates disturbance in the atmosphere. Oh, sorry, I missed the most important line. On account of, you want to know why? Because when people go around and round in circles, it creates disturbances in the atmosphere, which causes tornadoes. I love that. Incredibly Pennsylvanian man. It reminds me of the person that I think Matt was talking about in the workshop the other day. The incredibly Pennsylvanian man. Oh, there's Matt. Matt, did you hear me ask you a question? Have you been as obsessed with the Project Hail Mary soundtrack as I am? Because, oh my god, it's gonna go on the music wish list. I need it. Also, this is shouting into the void because, you know, I don't really want people to buy me Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, etc. Just like, don't buy me gifts. But the thing that I've always said, because I still use an iPod and I still buy all my music song by song on iTunes because I'm a lunatic, is like, what I've said to people a lot is, if you don't know what to get me an iTunes gift card, get me an Apple gift card, right? And I could probably count on one hand the amount of times people have actually gone through with that in, you know, since I started saying that all the time. And it's almost frustrating. It's like, well, you ask and I told you, and then I'm not going to tell you when my birthday is. Don't buy me anything. Yeah, no, there's this playlist for the whole soundtrack on YouTube. Don't get me an Alco PA. Okay. TJ, did you spend some time debuting your new drafts of the secret projects, if you even want to call them secret? I mean, they were in coffee shop. Oh, that smells good. Somebody's cooking. Somebody's making food already? I was not told that food was coming. Casey has enough Alco PA in her life. Casey does not need more Alco PA. I think if you brought more Alco PA into Casey's life, she would be mad. Big mad. You did a screening of the long version? Ooh, I can't wait to see it. I'm so jealous that you two are going up. You and Mew are going up to Maine this weekend, and I'm not going to be there. I'm so jealous. But hey, at least it means that 9 probably won't break, right? I want to go so bad. I think, like, part of my financial difficulties have been in the wake of the last Maine trip, and I can't just turn around and do it again. Even if it's just the driving, it's still like 2 full tanks of gas. That is more than it would be for me to take that on Easter. If I spend $60 filling up my gas tank, and it's $33 each way on the down Easter, I am saving money if I take the train. Even including MBTA fare, I'm saving money. So, you know, that just... See, now I have the additional wrench thrown in of Gloria had a good time at the WWF. Gloria said they had fun shoveling gravel, which, incredible win for me. Like, great result from the work weekend. But now, if I go up, Gloria's going to want to come. And so now if I take the train, well, it makes it much more difficult to take the train because I can't go to work and then take the train unless Gloria wants to try to brave the MBTA on their own. Something which I am sure they're capable of, but they are not used to doing. And, you know, either that or I drive. You know, and it's like, even if I do take the MBTA, then that's, you know, let's call it $10. Call it $10 on the T. And $30 on the Downeaster. That's $40 one way for one person. Now it's $80 away for one person. Now the $60 each way for gas looks a little better. You know, I really like taking the train. Now, if you subtract the $20 of going there and back, if you subtract my MBTA ticket, right? My MBTA tickets, because I can expense them for work because I'm going to the office. Then it evens back out a little bit. But still, it's not, you know, it's a tough call, and the convenience is kind of a wash. I just, I do it because I like taking the train. Yes, it does. The $60 is gas prices as of today, more or less. I mean, $60 is 15 times 4. My tank is about 15 gallons, although I usually don't let it go all the way down to empty. And $4 is, cheaper than gas is right now, but I'm trying to balance it out a little bit. I'm using round numbers. I'm giving both things a leg up a little bit, because the Downeaster is $33 and the T is like 12 and a half. So that wasn't 6-7, by the way. That was me doing like a little bit of one, a little bit of the other. If you want it to be 6-7, it can be, but that wasn't my intention. But yeah, so it evens out. I mean, gas is not getting any cheaper. So the train, as long as the tickets don't change in price, the train is going to start to look more appealing. But the other thing is, I can take the dog if I drive. But then if I do take the dog, then it's, then it's complicated, because then I need to get a hotel, and then it becomes a whole thing very quickly. But the point is, it is harder for me to just say, yeah, I'll just take the train this time, even with the current prices of gas, even if I'm just going by myself, or even if, well, TJ and Bew aren't going to make it, which I don't think I've done it by myself. I always need a catalyst. I need somebody to say, hey, let's go up for the weekend, and that catalyst, can't be the WNF being like, hey, we've got an event, you should come up for that, because I don't want to do that on my own. I don't want to do that by myself. Like, even now, where I get to go and stay at your house, Mossy, which is really nice, and I like hanging out, it adds a little more. It makes it a little bit more fun and palatable, or even more fun and more palatable, and would make going by myself a more appealing prospect. I don't know if I'm ever going to go by myself again. And that's really not a bad thing. And Matt, you are right. Can convert anyone to loving there. Although I'm not sure if I've said on air what Gloria's impression of the Percival house was the first time they visited. Hi, baby. We were just talking about you.
I know. The Hispanic radar went off.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I've been talking about you for 20 minutes, so I think you need to get your radar checked. I don't know why the shadows made it look like you had no pants on for a minute. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm just Donald Ducking it.
Is everyone gone?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's just spending another night.
Oh, I did not know that. I probably did know that. You probably told me that. I probably said okay. But anyway. Matt says you kept a brick from me because I was gonna grab that brick and you told me no. But yeah, Gloria, you saw the Percival house, which for those who don't know, the Percival house is like the house. It's where the kitchen is. It's where the planning room is, and upstairs there are like a dozen cots and twin beds for people who are coming from out of town to crash, to stay the night. And your response was, when you saw that,
it's like Orphan Annie.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's like the orphanage from Little Orphan Annie. It's just like a Fomer orphanage. And I was like,
Home for Lost Fomers.
Oh man, you're right,
it's
though.
The Home for Lost Fomers.
Yeah.
And they found themselves at Wiscasset.
Yep. And that's the thing, though. And TJ's, you gonna go start? All right, cool, thank you. TJ says I see it. And yeah, no, it's Gloria is absolutely right about this. I have to say they are absolutely right about this. But it was just like, oh man, Hotel for Dogs. I had that book, Hotel for Dogs, when I was growing up. TJ is doing such a stellar job with the new videos, or with the WNF documentary. Uh, that when I watched the clips of it most recently for during Coffee Shop, my immediate thought was, if you watched these videos and you aren't immediately incensed to go visit the WWF, I don't know what I can do for you. Like, there's I feel like saying there's something wrong with you is harsh, even if I'm doing it in jest. But like, it triggers that uh like, oh my god, I miss this place so much. This place is one of the best places on earth. This is the real happiest place on earth. I love the WWF, and TJ, you're doing an excellent job with the documentary. Um or with the project, as it were. I don't know if you're officially calling it a documentary or a docu-series or what. Um but you're doing a great job and I love it. Scoot that over. It's how I feel about Dunkin' Donuts. You know, me too. When I see them go, oh, time to make the donuts, I go, oh, I need some of those. I need some of those. Shoot, what are they called? I need the snack and bacon. I need the mini bagel bites. Okay, let's do this here. Let's scoot these over here. Um, these guys have some significantly sized yards. I want the 1800s train out in South Dakota to make a VR train trip that's completely 360. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Somebody made a 360. We had a 360 done of the NEB&W Model Railroad Club before they took it apart. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is, but it's around on the internet somewhere. Actually, you know what? Let me check my bookmarks really quick. I feel like I would have named it NEB&W or something. But I don't seem to have it. Oh well, I'm just going to scroll through this one time, and if I don't see it, then I don't see it. And if I find it later, I find it later. It's probably in my email. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. What's next to fill in this area? We need a picket fence in here. In fact, I might fence this entire building in because the other one is not fenced hardly at all. Just the combination of fence and building pairing, we've got so many options that we could have a unique building on this entire map, probably. You know, every building is unique. Oh, let's see, it's 9:07. Gloria's already cooking, so I am going to, as soon as I get these fences down, or this fence that I'm working on here, I'm going to transition into doing the boring stuff. Or I'm going to move in that direction rather. But before I do, I'm going to drop a link in the not terminus. Oh shoot, that's the wrong thing. The not terminus link dump. It's for a friend of ours, friend of the show, if you can call them that. Former server member who has had a rough go of it lately, and is doing a fundraising stream this weekend. And they asked me to share the stream link, so I figured I would. And I figured I would take the opportunity now while we have the group together before people start leaving, because I'm about to start doing the really boring stuff. So let me send that link right now. Did Nick give me the yes, thank you for the angry ping, Nick. I'm gonna send that there. I might show up, but I've got a very busy weekend. Uh, I appreciate you not minding the boring stuff. I really do appreciate that. It's, you know, on some level, isn't it all kind of boring? It is all quite simple, and I mean, the thing is really just that the swinging the camera around is the most exciting part of the day for me. Um, there we go. I'll scoot that fence back a little bit, maybe to like there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it is 9:08. I just said it was 9:07 a minute ago, too. Like, I'm just locked in on the time. I don't know why. It's sometimes it feels like you're at school, or you're at work even, and you're looking at the clock and it's like, okay, time's going by. Time's going by. How long can I wait to do a thing? I need to figure out how I did that over there, though. How I did that intersection. Um, shoot. Like this? Oh, no. No, not like that at all. Okay, there is one that goes through the middle here. What is this connected to? Okay, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Oh, shoot, I broke it. Okay, never mind. There we go. Ooh, we're good. We're good, we're good. Okay, give me the embankment one. There we go. And then let's make 2 spline points very close in to the middle. This is how you do this. I'm clearly a pioneer in all this. Not really. Oh shoot, I didn't even connect that. No wonder it's off. Ah, whatever, not a big deal. Give me this. Please, give me the edge. Nope, wrong thing. And then this can go here. Oh, what am I doing? No. That doesn't seem right. Oh, maybe I just need to pull those further apart. Wrong way again. One of the things I wanted to say earlier was that I really would... wait a minute. What is going on here? I would like to play more story-driven games. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Connect those again. No, that's not... How did I do this? How did I do this? Okay, okay, hold on. Look back at this. It's just that. It looks like that. Oh, you know what? I bet some of the splines need to be straightened and they aren't. What's up, Spud? There we go. All right, unstraighten that. Yeah, there we go. We did it. Okay, cool. We figured it out. Okay. All right. That was exciting. I hope everyone's excited. You don't need to be excited. There's no obligation. Second day in my apartment, lots of boxes making pizza. Nice. From scratch? Or DiGiorno? Either one is acceptable. I can make one of those kinds of pizza. I'm gonna shout out. Oh, Red Baron, nice. Red Baron is the cheap stuff, but I still think they're pretty good. Now if you want a real good pizza, what you do is you hire TJ. TJ is certainly up there. Definitely in the top 3 of people that have ever lived in this home that I'm aware of in terms of cooks. The TJ High Power. It is the TJ. It is the TJ High Power. You got your breakthrough situation over there. I think you deserve hype. I like to hype people up. I'll do some more hype. I was hyping up Dean earlier. I was thanking the heck out of him for helping me with the airship situation. Mozzie, I think your little cabin that I landed in front of is super cute. I haven't seen you build much in Minecraft before, but, uh, I mean, if you thought, I don't know. I don't know what your opinion of your own skills are, but solid work. Um, I look forward to seeing what you build in the valley behind my house. Behind my new house. I'm so fed up with building houses in Minecraft. Like Gloria and I got into a whole thing about who's going to build the house, and we eventually decided that neither of us is going to build the house because we both don't want to do it. So we're going to build like an underground base instead. That's easier. And it was a real breakthrough moment to be going back and forth and just be like, you don't want to build a house, I don't want to build a house. What if we don't build a house? What if we built something else that we don't have to worry about the aesthetics of? Anyway, hi Virgo. First time seeing a stream in a while. This work has been cruel and unusual punishment with my hours. Yikes. Move to the mountain north of the valley. Building underground base is still a house? Don't tell Gloria that. Don't worry about it. It's not secrets. I will explain to you later. Virginia Stevens is the jeweler. All right. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, Orion. It's possible my services might be hired. I literally did float the idea of what if we just paid someone to do it? What if we hired someone to build it? I don't know what I would pay anybody with though. I don't know what I'd pay you with. We've got meager resources. I mean, Gloria is a stellar miner. They will just go in the cave and just come back with oodles of stuff. Without anybody's business. But except iron, we have some iron. Oh, hold on. You know, does create have an ore doubling mechanic? Anyway, I feel like almost all tech mods do that, but I haven't noticed one in create. I haven't been looking though. Nether stuff, I hate the nether like quartz. Oh, that can be arranged. I love the nether. Ooh, I want to float my airship around the nether. That would actually be pretty sick. Airship in the nether, because then you can't fall into the lava as easily. Okay, is anyone noticing what I did wrong yet? Because I didn't until this very moment. It doesn't line up with our street grid that we just laid all the streets out for. I guess this one does. Well, no, because I've got to lop off the end of this. Gosh darn it. Put you somewhere else. What? Huh? Oh, over there. Yeah, put that over there. And we'll put a fence or maybe a hedge in between these two. Just to really separate them. Where's that thick hedge I was using over here? I still have not made it to the boring stuff. Oh, give me eyedropper that. Thank you. Create, you can duplicate stuff via exploit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like IC2, you ground down ores into into 2 ore dust, and then you you can smelt both of those ore dust into a single ingot. That's what I'm talking about. The old school stuff. And it's kind of, if Create really doesn't have that, it really is a new breed of tech mod. Not that that's the threshold that I was looking for, but it's so much not a mod about doing something other than base Minecraft. It is a mod about adding something to Minecraft. And I know that's sort of a weird way to phrase that, because like that's what all mods are, but I hope you get the gist. It is very much a companion to vanilla Minecraft and not something that's trying to be better than it. This is still too close to that road, huh? Well, whatever. We'll just have some really tight properties over here. What's up? Okie dokie. Alright. Everyone hold tight. When we come back, I'm gonna... Actually, you know what? I could run a commercial break, can't I? Is that a thing I can do? Can I? Oh god, the game is so mad right now. Hold on, I just want to go over here. I want to go over here. And, I will be right back. No, how do I don't even know how to do this. No. Oh, there's the button. Alright, I gotta go check on something. When I come back, we're gonna be doing car spawners. Okay, I'll be honest. I have no idea how that works. Is it? It gave. I'm back now. It gave me the. Oh, I didn't have the video unmuted this whole time. Hell of a commercial break. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Did it give anybody an ad? I hit the insert ad button. Also, hold on. I forgot to do it again. Interact, unmute. We haven't had the ASMR this whole time. Didn't for anybody. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. I did not get one. I clicked insert ad up at the top right. I expected it to give everyone an ad. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Oh shoot, that's the wrong button. No, I don't want to do that. Stream is healthy. Analytics, stream settings. If I scroll down here, if I hit edit, monetization, mid-roll ads, manual. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I don't want to hit it again. I feel like that'd be rude. Well, Orion, you're not very helpful then, are you? If you have an ad blocker and you didn't get an ad, congrats. It works. Okay. Alright, what is next over here? Industries in balance. What is the next commodity? Oh, shoot. It's sticking off the bottom of the screen? Oh, dang it. Make this window smaller. Struggling over here. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, well, if you just loaded up the stream on your phone, it's probably going to give you an ad because it's supposed to do that. But I don't know what that has to do with me adding the, like, clicking the button. I don't know how YouTube works. I don't know. This is why I'm not trying to make money off of YouTube. Because in the last month, I made, like, $5.30. And I don't know how this works. Okay. Okay, alright. Next thing after canned beans on pallet is cattle. I don't know which cattle this is. We're going to have to figure that out. Edit and Surveyor Classic. Let's head back over here. All hat, no cattle. Okay, the first one to say coal. This one. Alright, we got to rename everything first. There's a thing that you can use that's like the ad schedule or whatever. Like, it does it automatically. I don't know how that works either. I don't know how any of this works. I feel like a moron. I still need to figure out. I still need to figure out how to like do the channel collaborations. I've seen a lot of those lately, so clearly it can't be that difficult. Let's see. Cattle. This one is actually probably going to be useful, isn't it? Because this is going to be for the other thing. Cattle 2N, cattle 1N. I need to check on our thing again. All right, cattle X, coal, dead end. Let's do cattle. Okay. And then over here, you. I need to make sure I rename everything because I forgot last time. Cattle overflow end. This is going to also be called cattle. Cattle terminate. Not reference to any podcast. Not the award-winning Terminus podcast. Which, of course, the award that it won is it's my mom's favorite podcast that I make. Duh. Okay, cattle, collector signal. Are these all done? Are we missing a signal? No, we're not. Copy this. Just common collected. Cattle empty signal. And then this one is the cattle load signal. Thank you so much, Matt. Somebody misses the theme song. It's kind of a bummer we don't have that anymore. Of all the things, right? Alright, this is... Oops, that's not. That's not either. This is the You Can All Struggle to Watch Me Type episode, as well as the hype episode. Alright. There we go. There's that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Cattle, 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 cattle. Let's rename the industry. And then let's do the industry, right? Cattle. Cues. Get rid of you. How many different kinds of cattle do we have? Oh, we just have one. Oh, that's convenient. Limited 256 tons. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Weigh bill 100%. Products. Switch this over to items. Processes. We wanted to make 4 carloads. A carload of cattle is 20 cattle. So that means the size of this is going to be 80. And that means we're going to start with... Actually, it doesn't matter. We'll start with 0. It doesn't matter. Tracks, not worried about you. Coal, you're going to get loaded into the vehicle. Processes, you're going to create cattle from thin air. Every 900 seconds, you're going to create 20 of them. I wanted to say, like, you know, suck on that, magicians, but I couldn't remember, like, the name of the, like, the stereotypical magician people. Like, oh, Penn and Teller. I almost said Key and Peele, and I'm like, no, those are not, those aren't magicians. Okay. So we have that set up, we have that set up, we have this set up. I think that's everything we need to do until the programming. We need to program, oh, shoot, wait a minute. Oh, we need to program the portal. First thing, program portal. Cattle portal. The cow hole. Incowredible, yeah. Okay. First thing, of course, we need a new consist. We need the Chevrolet pickup truck. Chevy pickup. We need our default car for cattle. Which cattle? What car is this? It is the 40-foot stock car TP. We also have 40-foot stock car Chesapeake in Ohio. Do we have any duplicates of this? No, we don't. Okay. So let me actually, I want to put those two out. I think those are the only things that we have. No, I'm not going to put them out. I'm not going to worry about it. So 40-foot stock car TP and 40-foot stock car Chesapeake in Ohio. 40-foot stock car Chesapeake in Ohio. I guess we'll do this one first. Give me 4 of these. Add driver to consist. You. You're going to navigate to track mark list, right? You're going to go here, cattle. Navigate to first available track mark, and then you're going to wait for 5 seconds, I think. Oh, wait for 5 seconds. Let me check this one to make sure that that's the same. That's the same one I was already doing. This one. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. All right, second up. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the beans. Yes, I clicked on the beans. Yes. Okay. The beans cart. Add new consist. Hello, Chevy pickup. I can't believe I have to click on it every time. Chevy pickup. There it is. And then 40-foot stock. It's in all caps. That's how I'm going to be able to tell this one apart. Just kidding. I don't see it. Oh, this one. 40-foot. It's not. It's not in all caps. I straight up lied. It's not true at all. It's the Chesapeake in Ohio that was in all caps. My bad. Okay. You. And then 4 of you. And so now it'll pick one of these 2 randomly. And that's how we'll keep things mixed up on the thing. Navigate track mark list. What's up, Issa? What can I do for you?
It's not Issa.
Oh. I heard her and then you appeared in my peripheral vision. What's up, baby?
Dinner time.
Oh, already? Okay, give me just a minute to wrap this up. Alright. Cattle. Navigate to first track mark. First available. And then wait for 5 seconds. Okay. This means we only have the most annoying thing to do. What is the deal with the pickup? What is the deal with the pickup? Well, I wanted a high rail vehicle. We didn't have that. I decided to use an invisible locomotive, but that was giving me problems, so I decided we have a Chevy pickup, let's use that. That's it. There really wasn't that much thought to it. It was the closest thing we could get to a high rail truck, and the fact that it's a Chevy pickup is funny. Just a random Chevy pickup. Alright. Produces 20 cattle. It's at 25. That's definitely not 25%, but sure, whatever. Calling it good. Okay. Next up, edit session, schedule at track mark. Add new trackside entity. Did it appear at the bottom of the list? It sure did. Select track mark. Cattle 1. And now it's gone. Come back. Where'd it go? Cattle. There you are. So it's going to be the same as this one. It's going to be navigate to, right? Navigate to cattle. Nope, that's the other one. What is it called? This is the NSTL, and then I can scroll down to cattle. That's going to get more annoying as time goes on. Multiple pickup drop-off. Load. Navigate to track mark. This is going to be in here. Cattle 1, right? Yeah, cattle 1. Yes. And then wait for 5 seconds for the train to settle. It was amazing when they added this to the waypoint queue mod. and then decouple from 1, and then navigate to track mark the corn. Sorry, not corn. Cattle terminate. The cattle terminator. I forgot to rename that, didn't I? No, it's going to be no, because C comes before, or A comes before, whatever. Cattle terminate, and then delete train. All right, that's number 1. Add new track's identity. Scroll down to the bottom. Select track mark. NSTL cattle number 2. It gets simpler as we go. And it's gone. This is going to get more and more annoying as we go. NSTL cattle, select... oh, no, I selected that already. Appended to current driver commands, yes. Navigate to... No. Right? No. No. This is... decouple number 1, then navigate to the track mark in question, which is the terminate track mark, cattle terminate, and then delete. Okay, add new track's identity. This one is the simplest one. Let me select the entity first, and then it's going to disappear, but that's okay. NSTL, cattle 3, and it's gone. Delete train. That's it. That's all you need to do. Delete train. You just poof, vanish right there. The Spanish magician said, "For my next trick, I will become invisible. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and poof, he disappeared without a trace." Y'all see the video of the spirit captain tearing up over the intercom the day Spirit ended operations? No, I didn't hear that. I didn't see that. Rest in peace, Spirit, though. That actually got brought up at work today, believe it or not. Okay, all right. Well, that's going to wrap that up because I'm going to go eat some food, and I will see you all next week. I think that was everything that I needed to do. Oh, I didn't download anything. Hold on. Let's just set some things to download before we end the episode so that... here, screen, please. Download station. SAP. Give it a minute. SAP garbage? There's just garbage? There's hundreds of pieces of garbage? I'm going to download all of them. Somewhere in here is me. Download. And now my computer's